The cold welcomes you, Batman. Few outsiders survive this climate without proper preparation. Your message mentioned threat, requiring both warrior and detective thinking. I've spent centuries mastering my cryogenic abilities and combat discipline. What brings you to my domain seeking alliance? Gotham's heat and my frozen realm are opposites. This must involve enemy neither of us can face alone. Speak plainly about this threat.
Sub-Zero, I appreciate the hospitality. The climate sharpens focus, reminds you what survival means. I'm here because you understand precision combat against opponents who use technology and transformation as weapons. Starscream from the Decepticons operates similarly. He's Transformer who prioritizes self-preservation over honor, constantly backstabbing allies to advance his own power. He's developing cloaking technology that makes him invisible to standard detection. I need perspective from someone who fights opponents, who hide and deceive.
Such fighters are unpredictable because they're driven by fear and selfishness rather than code or purpose. Starscream sounds like he'd betray his own commander to save himself. That psychological weakness can be exploited, but cloaking technology complicates engagement. You can't fight opponent you cannot see. How do you propose to track invisible enemy? Standard methods won't work against entity specifically designed to avoid detection.
Starscream's cloaking uses electromagnetic frequency masking. He bends light around himself but leaves thermal signature behind. Thermal imaging can detect him. I've been studying his movement patterns. He's cowardly, always maintains escape route, never commits fully to combat. He fights from distance using aerial maneuvers and ranged attacks. He avoids close-quarters combat where opponents can corner him. That cowardice is vulnerability. Confident warriors face threats directly. Starscream runs.
Fear-driven warriors are unpredictable when cornered. They panic and act irrationally. That makes them dangerous despite their lack of true courage. But if we force direct engagement through eliminating escape routes, we control battlefield conditions. I've done similar strategy with opponents who relied on mobility. Create environment where running becomes impossible. Freeze their escape paths. They're forced to stand and fight or accept capture. How does your plan address forcing direct confrontation?
Your cryogenic abilities are exactly what we need. Starscream relies on aerial escape and speed. If we freeze his flight systems, if we cover terrain with ice making landing treacherous, he's grounded and slowed. Combined with my thermal detection systems, we track him through the cloaking. He becomes visible to us while remaining invisible to anyone else. That tactical advantage lets us close distance. Your close combat mastery can engage him while I coordinate from distance.
Combining cryogenic environment with thermal detection creates Hunter's advantage. Starscream becomes prey in terrain he didn't design for. But there's problem with this approach. Decepticons don't fight alone. Starscream likely has backup. Other Transformers protecting his operations or responding to combat signals. Are you planning for intervention from his allies? One warrior fighting multiple Transformers simultaneously isn't victory, it's suicide. What's your contingency for supporting reinforcements?
I'm positioning Autobot forces to intercept any Decepticon reinforcements heading toward engagement zone. Optimus Prime has agreed to handle that component. This creates scenario where Starscream fights alone against us while his backup is blocked by Autobots. He's isolated and outnumbered 2-1. That's when his cowardice becomes critical liability. Isolated opponent, no escape and no reinforcements experiences psychological breakdown. Fear paralyzes him. That's when we move for capture and interrogation.
Terrified warrior fights with desperation and irrationality. Starscream might detonate explosives or sacrifice his own soldiers to create escape opportunity. He might activate self-destruct rather than face capture. Have you prepared for Starscream's potential desperation moves? Cornered creature often does most dangerous things. What prevents him from destroying everything, including himself, in escape attempt?
Let's get Robin's input.
Starscream's entire existence is about survival and power accumulation. He wouldn't self-destruct because self-destruction violates his core motivation to survive. He values his own existence above everything, including honor or loyalty. If we convince him that surrender means continued existence, while fighting means destruction, he'll choose surrender instantly. His cowardice and self-preservation drive are two sides of same weakness. We don't need to threaten him, we just need to show him that survival depends on cooperation instead of fighting.
That's psychological manipulations I respect. But Starscream is intelligent enough to recognize manipulation. Once he realizes surrender means imprisonment, his perspective changes. He'll attempt escape regardless of survival promises. Decepticons are warriors, even cowardly ones. They're designed for combat, not incarceration. Holding him requires containment designed specifically for Transformer physiology. Do you have such facility prepared? Standard prison cannot hold Decepticon.
I've been working with Autobot engineers to design containment cells specifically for Starscream. Electromagnetic fields that suppress his power systems, materials that resist his weapons, isolation chambers that prevent communication with outside allies. It's essentially prison designed from Transformer perspective rather than human. He can't escape through combat or technology. He can't call for help. He's completely incapacitated except for consciousness and speech. That's where interrogation begins.
I've studied similar imprisonment techniques from ancient cultures. Some enemies require specialized cells designed around their specific weaknesses. But there's risk that other Decepticons attempt rescue operation. Starscream might be cowardly, but other Transformers might feel obligated to attempt his rescue. That brings second conflict. Have you prepared defensive measures around containment facility for potential liberation attempt?
Master Bruce, Lord Sub-Zero, I've been analysing this operation's comprehensive scope. You're planning to isolate Starscream on frozen battlefield, capture him through combined martial and detection expertise, transport him to specialised containment facility, interrogate him while defending against potential Decepticon rescue attempts. This is multi-stage operation with numerous failure points. What contingency exists if Decepticon rescue force overwhelms your defensive preparations and breaks Starscream free?
Containment facility is located in Arctic region under Sub-Zero's domain. The environment itself becomes defensive asset. Decepticons aren't designed for sustained operation in extreme cold. Sub-Zero can intensify weather conditions, making facility approach nearly impossible for heavily armored Transformers. We have air defense systems for aerial approaches. And ultimately, if rescue attempt succeeds, we've still extracted valuable intelligence from Starscream before breakout. Primary objective is information. Secondary objective is containment. We achieve primary regardless.
Intelligent application of natural advantage. My cloaking abilities complement facility security, providing additional concealment layer. Between your technology and my combat capabilities, containment is achievable. I'll coordinate Arctic defense protocols while you manage interrogation operations. Starscream will provide intelligence about Decepticon operations because his survival instinct demands cooperation. This alliance serves both our interests. Let's prepare the frozen fortress and prepare for Starscream's capture.